God of War Ragnarok review by IGN. Welcome back to yet another God of War reaction. Today we are going to be reacting to IGN's review. It's a 15-minute video of IGN reviewing this game. So I'm not gonna pause at all. We're just gonna watch and react. I'm super excited for this. This game is releasing next week, Wednesday, and as I said, as soon as it releases on that Wednesday, I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna do like a 2-hour stream of me literally just playing God of War Ragnarok. And then the Thursday and the Friday after that, I'm gonna upload just me gameplay of me playing God of War Ragnarok. And then that Saturday, I will try to go live again that Saturday. If not, do not worry, I will be releasing God of War Ragnarok gameplay, stuff for you guys. So do not worry about that. But this is going to be super exciting. This is going to be basically my first ever real playthrough on my channel. I did Last of Us Part 1. That was okay because I've already played Last of Us Part 1. I've already played it. But now we are going to do God of War Ragnarok, which is going to be a very first. I'm super excited for this. God of War 2018 was one of my favorite games that released on PS4 and my favorite games that released ever. Like, that shit was amazing. So God of War Ragnarok, my hopes are high, and this review might make my hopes even higher. But I'm not gonna keep this intro long, so let's jump straight into this. Before we jump into this, if you guys are interested in my social, I'm gonna be linked to that description down below. Another fan ask guys haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. So I know you guys want me to react some more God of War, or so that you guys want to see me play some God of War. As I said, if you guys want to see me next week, Wednesday, I'm gonna go live at like 6 p.m. So 6 p.m. ST is gonna be late for me, but hopefully it's a good time for you guys. And then we're gonna play God of War Ragnarok. I'm super excited, but without any further ado, jump straight into this reaction. Enjoy. Damn, there he is, man. Thor. Holy shit. Oh my goodness. That I said I wasn't gonna pause and we're already pausing, but that is exactly how Baldur hit him.
You think you can come here, become a daddy, get a clean slate? That ain't.
Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
How do you follow up on one of the greatest video games of all time? Sony Santa Monica finds itself in a situation not dissimilar to when Francis Ford Coppola created the sequel to his mob movie masterpiece, The Godfather. Like part 2 of the Corleone story, God of War Ragnarok puts a fierce, younger member of the family directly under the microscope. In doing so, it manages to reach the heights of its predecessor, and in some ways, even tower above it. The writing, performances, and music are each exceptional, bringing this expansive Norse tapestry to life. But even as it holds your heart in one hand with its elegantly told story, it's crunching bones in the other with fantastically ferocious combat. It all binds together to forge a monumental action epic.
I wonder how long this fight's gonna be,
impressive
bro.
landmark
Because he
to
just
the
got
video game landscape.
Bro got lifted 10 stories
that adds yet another
and just dodged the
landmark
hammer again.
to the
That's
video
crazy.
game landscape.
Oh my. Okay. We are in for a treat with this one. We are in for a treat.
Discipline. I need more than that. I need answers. Answers you don't have.
Answers only your mother had.
Keeping things broad and spoiler-free, Kratos' story picks up a few years after the final revelations of 2018's God of War. The apocalyptic Ragnarok is coming, and its events circle around his son Atreus like one of Odin's ravens. Ragnarok wastes no time in stepping into the action, and after a breakneck opening battle, the first step of this new journey is to leave the frozen realm of Midgard behind and find a missing Norse god in the broader and varied universe. It may not be as tightly a told story as 2018's, but Ragnarok has much grander designs.
Oh, is it like a train? Because I always thought they were flying.
That always keeps things on the move without ever becoming disorientating, gluing me to the edge of my seat as it repeatedly toyed with expectations.
That's Fenrir, right?
It's an ambition regularly met by stunning execution, with a momentum that never slips as you hurtle towards its bombastic
This shit looks
ending.
crazy.
This journey took me just over 28 hours, with a fair few side quests completed along the way, but with plenty still left to do afterwards. Prophecy and sacrifice swirl at the story.
Man said he's played 28 hours and a couple of side quests, and he's still not completed the game.
With plenty still left
if that
to
doesn't
do
make you excited, I don't know what will.
Prophecy and sacrifice swirl at the story's center.
Why does it look so good?
Prods at the concept of destiny and whether blood runs thicker than the ink that pens
Look at that scar.
It doesn't merely offer up surface level readings of these themes. Instead, each character and their motives are given the respect they deserve by delving in deep. It's a truly special and fittingly grand conclusion of Kratos' Norse saga. Despite being laden with myth and melodrama, there's still plenty of of time for welcome pockets of self-aware silliness that almost always elicit a laugh.
It's a rat.
Whether that be another bizarre dwarven contraption or the simple thrill of Kratos eating a sausage. When
so
not
good.
eating dinner,
Like
Kratos' thunderous voice actor Christopher Judge frequently engages in smartly realised dialogue with his equally impressive castmates. Make no mistake though, this is firmly Judge's court, and one he frequently dominates. Kratos' traumatic personal history is reflected in everything from his mournful tone of voice to his appearance.
Atreus!
Look at the blood on him.
His Icarus wings are long since clipped, but his complexion is still pale, like a square of wall where a family portrait used to hang. The everlasting cycle of violence between parents and their children has long been a theme ever since the original God of War trilogy, although one that was only truly emphasised in 2018's revival. Now it's an inescapable fixture of Ragnarok, an exploration of the rawest and most human of emotions, and what happens when they are channeled through superhuman vessels. Pain leads to anger, anger leads to hate. This is the genesis of the stalking threat embodied by the incomparable force that is a grieving mother. Portrayed incredibly with a newfound fury by Danielle Bisutti, Freya is a striking presence to be reckoned with in the sequel.
Yeah, because we didn't really fight her in the first one. We just fought her son, and her son was pretty damn strong. So I feel like Freya would be strong as well.
Bisutti, Freya is a striking presence to be reckoned with in the sequel. No longer just a helpful witch in the woods, she's given a whole new spectrum of emotional depth to play in, and Ragnarok is all the better for it. Each character is given their own moments to shine throughout. Sunny Suljic fires back regularly with the sharp teenage tongue of a brasher, more confident Atreus, and Alistair Duncan's severed head accessory Mimir continues to provide levity and exposition in abundance.
Damn!
Back to smashing through things for fun and profit.
Damn, but that was the first time I seen that type of attack.
Back to smashing
Holy moly!
In abundance.
Back to smashing through things for fun and profit.
This game looks too good.
Various newcomers to the vastly expanded cast also deliver fantastic performances, with a particular standout being Leia Hayes, radiating infectious energy from the mysterious Angerboda. The foul-mouthed Brock and skittish Sindri provide pockets of humour, as well as a lot of genuinely helpful info along the way as they play a much more central role in the story this time around. Also returning is composer Bear McCreary, whose score, like the Dwarven Smith brothers, goes hammer and tongs from the first moment to the last. There's some truly beautiful music to be heard along the journey, as well as explosions of raw orchestral power during
just seeing that Thor name up there is
layered writing,
scary,
impeccable acting, and stunning set design are all crucial aspects in driving God of War's filmic aspirations home. But they're also never let down by the rock-solid technical craftsmanship at work. The one continuous camera shot style of 2018's reboot returns, impressively snaking through the entirety of Ragnarok as if mimicking the world serpent Jormungandr himself.
She's like, please come back.
Strapping physique, capable of an astounding variety of acts of violence, I imagine.
I love it, bro. I love it. A song of ice and fire. Is that
God of War's
his
combat
weapons?
has always been the flashy attraction that draws a crowd in to be wowed by its story, however, and Ragnarok continues that tradition.
Oh my
Kratos' blades whip around in every direction, delivering a clanking fiery pain to any face they meet.
100%.
Heavy cleaves of his axe crunch into enemies, making them fold like bloodied origami. And yes, that axe still slices through the air, meteorly lodging itself into anything unfortunate enough to be in its path, before being recalled to your palm with what remains one of the most satisfying button presses ever assigned to a controller. It's all unapologetically fast and undeniably glorious, harking back to the brand of frantic action in which the series was originally rooted. But even with that slight shift to old school action, Ragnarok's eyes are still drawn more to the shimmer of Nathan Drake's gold rather than Bayonetta's platinum. Cinematic spectacle takes precedence over the chaotic, bordering on cartoonish action of old. The axe feels largely similar to how you remember, and that's no bad thing with its dynamic mix of heavy attacks and ranged power. But how you wield the blades is noticeably different. There's a greater emphasis on using them to hook enemies and maneuver them around the arena, whether that be dragging them in towards you or juggling them in the air like the hottest of potatoes. They're much closer to how they felt in the original games, a nostalgic moveset with a brilliant modern edge. Both weapons have new tricks to show off too. You can Frost Awaken the axe by holding in the triangle button to power up your next attack, or mash the same button while the blades are equipped to ignite them. Even the shield is now more of an offensive tool.
I saw over his health bar was like frozen, so you have to hit him with fire probably.
Runic abilities, special cooldown attacks assigned in your inventory,
I played the 2018,
and while there isn't the same
one,
abundance of choice this time around, each is devastatingly effective. Brutal finishes on stunned enemies are another enjoyable throwback to the God of War of old. There's noticeably a good amount of variety in the randomly chosen weapon-specific animations too.
Bro, what did I just witness?
Movement is further emphasized by the way you can now grapple up from a distance using the blades, and
I feel like that talk with Thor woke up a different type of Kratos, a different type of Kratos.
Launch across gaps to dive into combat. Taller area design literally adds extra layers to battles, allowing you to leap from a ledge to deliver death from above. Combat sequences can feel akin to Doom kill boxes as you dash.
Did you see that shit?
Combat sequences can feel akin to Doom kill boxes as you dash and swing around elevated platforms towards your next victim in performances of acrobatic bloodshed. Juggling cooldowns, Atreus' arrows, and your rage meter to efficiently and spectacularly destroy everyone sent to stop you. Each fight feels like a real occasion as you slalom your way through ranged, parryable and unblockable attacks in order to sneak in a hit or two. Enemies can now perform powerful but interruptible attacks, signified by a blue ring above their head in addition to their regular skills. A double tap of the shield will sort these out, but get your timing wrong and you're in line for some considerable pain. There are plenty of other big additions to combat that I won't divulge so as not to ruin the sensation of discovering them yourself. But rest assured, Ragnarok has myriad more tools in its bag than God of War 2018 ever did, and is all the more enthralling for it. It all feels exceptional when in full flow, often mesmerising with its top-tier action drenched in rhythmic brutality. And it's quite simply the best combat I can remember
they be using
playing
magic,
in a game.
bro. You see
and
that
that just goes for the regular fights. Boss battles are of both a higher quantity and quality, including one encounter that makes the opening Stranger fight from 2018 look like a playground scuffle. It's not just the story bosses either. I fought massive alligator bastards called Dreki on more than one occasion, which were a real event to fight and more of a challenge than 2018's Trolls ever posed. It's great to see sprinklings of that old school monster mayhem thrown into the mix, which manages to successfully offset some of the more serious stretches of the story.
That thing came out of
new
nowhere.
puzzle ideas are consistently introduced and building complexity throughout as more abilities are added to your arsenal. They're often fun and never in danger of slowing your progress to the detriment of the plot. But even so, Atreus or Mimir can't help but come in with a hint far too early and sometimes rob you of that satisfying aha moment. It's a very rare annoyance in a world where normally every last word is a joy to listen to.
Oh, this is wow. This is going to be
customization has been streamlined, resulting in the removal of the slotting system for a more straightforward upgrading mechanic. Enchantments are now placed inside a separate amulet rather than spread over various pieces of gear. This division makes seeing what you have equipped easier and means you aren't lost delving into too many menus within menus. This also means you can upgrade a piece of armor and take it with you through your journey if your playstyle happens to perfectly click with a certain set, or you just love how it looks. The same goes for weaponry, which can be upgraded, as well as fitted with attachments such as individually named hilts and handles, each with their own perks and bonuses. Who wouldn't want to play with the Stonecutter's knob, after all?
That's so fire, bro. Realms Reborn. Oh yeah, there's like 10
realms old and new are regularly a sight to behold, many looking torn from the pages of fairy tales.
Are you sure it's 10?
With oversized flora and fauna. There's an extra effort to delve deeper into the mythology this time around, and as someone who's a fan of the Nordic source material, it's a real pleasure to see all of the different interpretations of creatures, people, and places they inhabit brought to life in all manner of delightfully
every time I
weird
see that,
ways.
I'm like, wow.
For example, the dwarven city of Nidavellir is a welcome rural change of scenery, with its many homes and tunnels that Kratos must amusingly crawl around in. It's at the centre of the rocky realm of Smartalfheim, where waterways weave through islets littered with bubbling geysers. There's a real sense that this realm was ripped right out of the Old Norse poetic Edda's home of Iceland. Those geysers are also key to solving many of the puzzles in the region, as you freeze them to create stepping stones and manipulate machinery. Quirks like this help in making each place feel unique. Similarly, fun ideas are introduced in the returning Alfheim, such as reflective crystals that you can ricochet your axe off of to open doors, or even use to blindside unwitting opponents.
Yeah, Game of the Year. Game of the Year.
Opponents in combat.
Fucking
it's a
try
further
me, bro.
example
This is
of
gonna
not
be Game
only
of the
each
Year.
realm looking distinct, but also feeling distinct to play in from one another.
Bro, just
Every
ripped his
location
hair off.
almost feels like a puzzle box that you're gradually unlocking through a combination of brain and brawn as you make your way through it. These worlds bring with them dangerous new threats. If there are any faults to be found in 2018's revival, then modest enemy variety may well have been one of them. However, there is no such issue in
This game is
Ragnarok,
gonna be too
with its
good,
beastry
man. I'm
vastly
so like,
expanded
wow.
to accommodate all sizes and shapes of creatures. Familiar foes such as Draugr
Bro,
and
I love the
elves have
fact you
made their
can
way
chop
across,
off
but this
body
time they're
parts,
joined
bro.
by creatures like
'Cause you
Grim.
could, in the first game, 2018, you could kind of chop off body parts, but you couldn't really chop it off. And now you like, I feel like every time you chop someone's
a pretty grim,
fucking head off.
scuttling toad people. Then there's a personal
people.
favourite, the Einherjar, Aesir warriors who
Yeah, I
harness
like
the
them,
power
bro.
of the Bifrost.
I
that
love
makes
their
a section
power.
of your health bar glow before removing that chunk on the next hit. There's an engaging but never unfair difficulty curve throughout as you're met with progressively greater threats.
Well, at least it's attacking.
There were dragons in the first game, but
Side
damn.
missions are sometimes spectacles
Somehow
in their
that
own
looks
right. They're a great source of character development as you learn more about your friends and
I'm so
companions
excited.
by helping them right past wrongs. Some side quests do just present a pure gameplay challenge over extra
Is that a
stories,
whale?
however, such as hunting down powerful legendary
Is that a
enemies dotted
whale?
across the realms of Yggdrasil's roots. There is no shortage of genuinely tough side boss encounters
I'm
either.
like
Chipping
trying
away
to
at
read.
larger
Did I
health
just
bars
see
is a
whale,
really
bro?
satisfying challenge, and remarkably well balanced against the standard quick kill nature of the majority of Ragnarok's
I feel like
fights.
this
It's
game
yet
is
another
going to be
testament
so
the
good.
masterful
Bjorn.
combat design on
Bjorn?
display. And yes,
He's a
there are some
bear?
absolutely
The fuck?
tough as nails endgame level challenges to rival the Valkyries of 2018, but I'm gonna let you find out what those are for yourself.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah,
substantial
I'm
slew
like
of
so
collectibles
excited
to
for
clean
this
up as
fucking
well,
game.
with
Oh
Odin's
my
ravens,
goodness, I'm so
puzzle
excited for
chests,
this game.
artifacts, and much more to find in every corner. There's a ton to be done after the
I'm
main
so excited
story has
for
been brought to a close. All of it incredibly Moorish and fun to complete. Ragnarok never once
Bro, you can customize the wolves, bro. Look at how the wolves look.
all of it
Wow.
incredibly Moorish and fun to complete. Ragnarok never once rests on
I'm
its
so
laurels,
excited
throwing
for
new
this
ways to
game,
play
bro.
you until
Oh my
the very
goodness.
end.
Look at this
Despite having a
place,
seemingly
environment.
endless amount to praise here, I really have barely scratched the surface of what God of War Ragnarok has to offer. I'm deliberately
Facts.
omitting dozens of secrets and surprises. I wouldn't dare spoil what's to come for anyone booting it up for the first time.
thank you.
But
That's
rest
why I
assured,
love
there are
IGN.
both huge story moments and fresh gameplay additions
Wait.
that live
Fuck it.
but
Atreus
rest
is
assured, I wouldn't
using
dare
his powers
spoil what's
now,
to
bro?
come for
Look at
anyone
that shit.
booting it up for the first time. But rest assured, there are both huge story moments and fresh gameplay additions that live up to
Oh,
and
yeah.
often surpass expectations.
Yeah.
Taken all together, much like The Godfather Part 2, God of War Ragnarok delivers not only a chapter that reaches the lofty heights of its predecessor, but leaves it impossible to imagine the series without it.
Verdict. Let's see what they think about the game, man. It can't be less than a 10 out of 10.
An enthralling spectacle to behold, and an even more exciting one to take the reins of, God of War Ragnarok melds action and adventure together to create a new, unforgettable Norse saga. Impeccable writing, pitch-perfect performances, knockout action, it's a complete work of art from top to bottom. Reflecting its core themes,
This
it's
game is gonna
everything
look
a
so
sequel
good,
should
bro.
be.
I'm like-
Respectful of its legendary
The
lineage,
excitement
but not
is
afraid to
is
take
like
it
above
to
the camera. You
exciting
can't see
new
my excitement,
places.
it's just above
God
the
of War
camera.
Ragnarok is an almighty achievement and creates a new high that makes many of its peers look positively mortal by comparison.
10 out of 10. Masterpiece. That's what I know.
For my full written review, check out the article on IGN.com, and for everything else God of War
Thank you,
Ragnarok,
IGN, bro,
stick
for that
with
amazing
IGN.
review, man. Yeah, thank you, IGN, for that. If you want to subscribe to IGN, bro, they review literally most games that come out. Link for that in the description down below. But oh my goodness, this game. As I said, next week, Wednesday, I will be going live and I will be playing this game for you guys. And then after that, I will be recording gameplays. But holy moly. IGN voted it a 10 out of 10. The other 10 out of 10 game they recently voted for was Red Dead, I think, which was a while back. So the fact that this got a 10 out of 10. Anyway, I'm like so excited to jump into this. I feel like as soon as we start the game, 30 FPS, and then we'll go on to 60. And there's 120 FPS in God of War Ragnarok on PS5. So yes, sir, this is gonna be amazing. Now to reach the end of the video, if you guys did enjoy this reaction, be sure to hit that like button. So I know you guys want me to react to some more God of War Ragnarok content. If anything does release before the game actually comes out, I will definitely react to that for you guys. But another fan ask, guys, could go down in the comment section down below. Another fan ask, guys, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to get notified when I do go live, when I play this video game. I'm super excited for this. Rightfully Tier signing off. Peace out, baby.